Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are going to study about physical properties of the material. Earlier we have studied about the mechanical properties of material, and here the physical properties of the material. What is the definition? What are the classification of these properties that we are going to study? So, first of all, what is physical properties? Physical properties are employed to describe the response of a material to imposed stimuli under conditions in which external forces are not concerned. Here, these are the physical properties including that is dimensions, 2 is color, melting point, structure, appearance, density, porosity. So here are the physical properties of the material. First of all, the dimension. What is dimension? Is it necessary for every material? Yes. So dimension of a material implies its size, like your breadth, length, width, and the diameter of the material. And the shape of the material, that is, if the material will be the square, or it is circular, or it is angular. It means it is the properties of dimension, and it includes the properties of the physical properties of the material. The next is, what is appearance? Different materials have different looks. A metal looks clearly distinct from wood or plastic. So appearance means even every materials themselves have got different appearance, like your aluminium is a silvery white metal, whereas your copper appears a brownish red. So appearance include luster, color and finish of a material. Luster means it is the ability of a material to reflect light when finely polished, or it is the brightness of the surface. So the appearance metal themselves have got different appearances. It is all about the appearances properties of a material. So next is your color. Color is that aspect of appearance of a material that depends on the spectral composition of the light reaching the retina of the eyes and on the light's temporal which spatial distribution, or the color of the material is very helpful in identification of any other material. So it is all about the color properties of a material. Here we are going to study about the density properties. What is density? The density is the weight of unit volume of a material expressed in metric units. Its value for metals can be calculated from any other reaction. You know that the density of the water is 1000 meter cube. So density depends to some extent on the purity of metal, pores, volume and treatment that the metal has received. Your next is, what is porosity? A material is said to be porous if it pores within it. Pores can absorb lubricant as in a sintered self-lubricating bearing. It is all about the porosity properties of a material. Who has the porous within it, or pores can absorb lubricant as in sintered. Next is your, what is structure? So structure is the geometric relationship of material components, or structure implies, you can say that structure implies the arrangement of the internal components of the matter, like your electron structures, crystal structure of the material, microstructure of the material. This is all about the structural properties of the material. Next is your melting point. What is your melting point? So melting point, suppose one metal can be differentiated from the other metal on the basis of its melting point. So melting point of a metal is that of temperature at which the solid metals changes into the molten state, or on one metal can be distinguished from the other on the basis of its melting point. Your next is your chemical properties of the material. So what is chemical properties? Most of the engineering materials, when they come in contact with other substances, with each they can react, or they can react a reaction that tends to suffer from chemical deterioration. This necessitates the study of chemical properties of a material. The chemical properties describe the combined tendencies, corrosion characteristics, or reactivities, or your solubilities, etc. of substances. Some of the chemical properties are corrosion resistance, chemical composition, and acidity. So what is corrosion? It is the deterioration of a material by chemical reaction with its environment, or it degrades material properties and reduces economic value of the material. Sometimes corrosion attacks metals as well as non-metals. Okay, so in your non-metals, the corrosion happens earlier. Corrosion of concrete by sulfates in soils is a common problem. So it is all about your corrosion properties, or the corrosion properties includes the chemical properties of a material. So those are the engineering requirements. What are the engineering requirements? Here are the engineering requirements of material, that is fabrication requirements, service requirements, economic requirements. So what is fabrication requirements? The material should be able to get shaped and joined easily. That is called the fabrication requirements. So in your fabrication requirements, it includes your selection of the material, or material's reliability, or the safety of the material, or the physical attributes, environmental condition. Those are the fabrication requirements of the material. So here is the service requirement. What is the service requirement? The material selected for the purpose must stand up to service demands, proper strength, wear resistance, etc. It means the service requirements includes the disposability, recyclability, availability. Those are in the service requirements in your metal. And the last one is your economic requirement. The engineering part should be made with minimum overall cost. Perhaps more often than any other constraint is the controlling factor is a given material applications problem. For in every application there is a cost beyond which one cannot go, that prescribe the limit that can be paid for a material to meet the application requirements. So the economic requirements is many more important to produce a material, or to choose a material. Next one is your performance requirement. In this requirement, the material of which a part is composed must be capable of embodying or performing a part's function without failure. Means suppose you are taking a metal, the metal has to be performed fully without their failure. For example, a component part to be used in a furnace must be of that material which can withstand high temperatures. This is high temperature, or you can say that in low temperature also the metal has to perform well. While it is not always possible to assign quantitative values to these functional requirements, they must be related as precisely as possible to specified values of most closely applicable mechanical properties, physical properties, electrical properties, or thermal properties, or many more properties are there, like optical properties, your magnetic properties. Those are the properties of the material. Here is the material reliability. So reliability is the degree of a probability that a product and the material of